To my channel. Today is actually gonna be my first video, a brief introduction about myself, guys. My name is Arnold. I have a background in finance. I've been interested in the market for a very, very long time, but I went the route of school thinking they were going to teach me how to trade, right? But what they do is more like long-term investment and portfolio management and all the like. So it's more like stock based and option as a hedging strategy. So those are some of the things that they really teach you, But when it comes to trading, I don't know where I went to school. They didn't teach us trading. They taught us how to manage portfolio, you know. So when I couldn't find it there, I had to go out there to learn trading. So I had a background in finance and started a couple of businesses, and then by 2019 I really took trading serious. But I was always aware of the market, around the market, but I was not taking trading as serious, right? So 2019 I took trading serious, and 2 years into it I really became profitable. So that is a little bit about my journey. With time, you guys will understand a little bit more. But having learned and now profitable, there's always something to share, right? There's always something to teach. I feel the need to help somebody who's coming up and they might want to know how to trade. And I've been having a lot of people recently within my inner circles of friends, right, asking for me to teach them how to trade. So I'm just like, I might as well just start putting it on YouTube. This might help somebody coming up and who's trying to get into trading and whatnot. So I'm going to give you guys the basic strategy that you need pretty much to be profitable, guys. Because in trading, there are three things that is required to be profitable: psychology, risk management, and strategy. So I will show you guys. But we're just gonna go step by step. But before I go into like the strategy and all that, I just like us to explore some of the problems that traders do have, like new traders. What are some of the problems they do face? The 5 common problems that new traders have. The first of them is psychology. When people talk about psychology, is the most important thing in trading. 70-30. I would even say it's more like 90-10. Strategy is more like 10%. If you understand psychology, that's the biggest edge you can always have. You understand? Because the market is like a probability of 50, like 50-50. You don't even, if you might not even have a good strategy, but if you have a good risk reward and if you have a good psychology, you can make it through the market. So psychology is one of the important things. And when you talk about psychology, it's a little bit vague. What does it really mean? The way I see it is more like the aspect of psychology that is important or that make trading difficult is because when you're trading, it's almost like you have to reprogram your brain, right, to be able to see things in a different way prior to the way you saw them before. For example, right, we are programmed to be loss adverse. Like we don't want to lose. Like everything's sport. The winner get the highest prize. The loser is there. The loser suck and all that. So losing is not something that is glorified. But unlike trading, if you don't understand, you don't have a healthy mindset towards losing, you cannot be a trader. Because successful traders are people who know how to manage their loss. So you have to be able to program your mind to understand it's okay for me to lose. If your mind is not programmed, that's why you see when people just get into trading, when they have a losing trade, they're chasing to recover that loss because they cannot accept themselves, right, to loss. So it's not something they were taught to embrace. So they are trying to reject and to fight to get that loss. That's why they blow account. That's why they get into a hole. So you have to shift your mindset to be able to manage loss. Based on my perception, right, I can show you guys how to trade. But if I really have to work with traders, I will work more on the mindset. Because I believe if you can work on your mindset, every other thing will fall into place. So the next thing that the problems that new traders face is low capital. They don't have capital, right? And the mindset that I see, and the things that are promoted out there is for people to get into trading, and they will make money trading. They want to quit their job, to leave everything and to jump into trading and stuff like that. To me, it's not the healthy way to approach it. Because capital is important. While you're learning how to trade, it's not a bad idea to be growing businesses or working or doing something, right? Because if eventually, when you know how to trade, you're gonna have the capital that you need for you to really trade, and for you not to chase to make a lot of money. Because what people don't understand, a healthy 40-30% annually is a big deal. That is how the big hedge fund look at it. And even within the corporate world, even companies who make 10% net profit, that is considered good annually. You understand? Annually 10% net profit for a company is something that is applauded. People will be even surprised. Even companies like Amazon, Facebook, the net profit sometimes might be 2-3% annually, but they still come up on top. Why? Because they have a huge market capital. The same thing applies to trading. If you have a lot of money, when you know how to trade, you can make a decent 30%. 30% of 100,000 is 30,000. 30% of 1 million is almost like 200,000. Then imagine 10 million, just like that. So the more capital, the more you can be better off trading. That is why when you're learning how to trade, be building other skills like having a business, or better still having a job. These days at prop firms, I'm not huge into prop firm because I felt like it was too unrealistic with the whole time frame, because like the things you cannot control, right? You cannot control what will happen within 30 days in the market. If a challenge is that restrictive that it has like 30-day mark, it is hard for you to pass a challenge. But there are ways around that, and on my channel I'm gonna show you guys how my strategies to make a lot of money in the prop firms. And this year you'll see them, I'll post them, but I'm gonna show you guys. You see, I'm just coming online, but you're gonna see on all these prop firms, funded next, whatever the name is, because I'm doing a lot of research about it, right? I'm gonna get into that, but you're gonna see my name on the board in terms of profit and payout. Watch and see, guys. Remember these videos. You're gonna see my name there, because I'm gonna come into that. But to me, it's better now because they've removed the restriction of time. That time factor was huge. 30 days, nah. It makes it so hard. But with that lifted up, it's definitely a place to it can help you with capital, and I'm gonna check it out too. The next thing that could really help you, the next problems that new traders face is they don't have data. They don't have data to be able to understand what is literally happening with their strategy. That is the most important. You can backtest as much as you want to, but if you don't have data to tell you how your strategy is performing, it is going to be really hard. When you have data, you can now measure. They say what is measured get improved. If you can measure your strategy, you can analyze your strategy, you can see what is working and what is not working, you're going to improve and you're going to get better. Like for example, right, I'm just going to show you guys like a spreadsheet I use. You look, this is my, you might not understand everything happened. This is how I track down my thing. I track different time, a lot of information that I don't want to give away. This is like for 2023. This is for 2024. Because you need those data, right? Those data are the things that help you to have an edge in the market. So data, new traders don't have data. They don't know what works, what doesn't work. They've not tracked anything. So if you want to be good as a new trader, you need to start having data. When you're doing something in the market, try to have it safe, note things, observe things, put it down in a note is very important. If you can do that, you will shorten your learning curve as a new trader and eventually become profitable. Another thing is no structure. New traders don't have structure. Without structure, trading is gambling. Even good gamblers, they have an edge, they have a structure. That's trading. You have to have a structure. You need to know how to structure your trade. What are the components of a structure? Maybe risk reward, um, risk reward 1:2, 1:3. For a new trader, I would advise you start with 1:3. The strategy I'm about to show you guys is gonna be like 1:3 strategy. With that, even if you have a win rate of 30%, you can still be profitable. That is why it's important as a new beginner to have strategies that have a huge risk reward, because then you are learning, right? So there's a huge margin of error. So, but your margin of error could be safeguarded if you have a 1:3 reward, right? It gives you like just 30% win rate and you could still be profitable. And the last thing is like what makes new traders not to succeed, they don't have an effective strategies. They don't have an effective strategies. There are a lot of things online, a lot of things that confuse. They go from left to right. All kinds of things are going on, all kinds of information. They don't know what it actually takes to become a profitable trader, you know. So, but an effective strategy, if they have that, you help them to be successful. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Something like a pattern, just a basic pattern, like an M formation, like a W formation, adding a little things to it, analyzing it from an upper to a lower time frame. Those are strategies that have stood the test of time for like 50 years. They might be very simplistic, but they are very recurring. And if we go to the chart, I could just walk them through and you'll see them. I will go to the chart subsequently. I'll walk through and I'll show you some of those patterns and ways you could take advantage of. So these are the five things that makes new traders not to be successful. The psychology, which is about the mindset, embracing losses, low capital, they want to just quit the job and just focus on trading. That is not the best approach. No data, they've not back tested, they've not tracked down, they don't have metrics. What is tracked and what is measured get improved. The fourth thing, they don't have structure. They don't have structure. They don't know when to get in, when to get out. And even if they do, they don't respect it, right? Because they don't have that discipline to be like, at 5 pips I'm out, at 30 pips I'm out, at 25 pips I'm out. They don't have those discipline yet because the mind is not yet structured to do stuff like that, right? And the last thing is like they don't have an effective strategy, you know. They don't have an effective strategy to implement in the market. So guys, this is it for now. I'm going to try to keep this video short, but this is just intro into what I'm going to teach you guys. But guess what I'm going to show you, you don't need any other thing to be successful in the market. With this, you could be successful. So check out the subsequent videos, and I'll keep uploading them, and I'll eventually will go now to the chart by itself, and I'm going to start, you know, showing you exactly some of the things I've shared in theory so you can see them in actual practice. All right guys, bye bye for now, and check out my next videos. Peace.